Hi, my name is Venkatraman Pichumani, and I am from the Della Leaders Club Mumbai chapter. And today's talk is about me and my story as a cardiac patient who runs after my bypass surgery. And I also train members of my Zippers Club who are other cardiac patients to run. So, and I am the CEO and founder of sports management company called You Too Can Run. A story about how pursuing my passion for running, which I really love to do, and basically ending up with finding success and happiness in giving others joy and accomplishment. In 2007, I underwent a cardiac bypass surgery at Asian Hospital, Asian Heart Hospital. But even after that surgery, I'm 65 years of age. I'm living a life with no medications and absolutely no lifestyle diseases. No BP, no diabetes, no cholesterol, no medication for anything. I have several other things. I'm an author of many books. I've been a professor in universities, IIMs and SIBMs, mentor, a charter member of TIE, judge on many panels for business competitions, a lot of stuff. I've run about 160 half marathons. And for those who don't know what a half marathon is, it is a 21-kilometer distance or a 13.2-mile distance. But my story should probably start on 3rd February 2007. And I remember that date very well, not because it's my password or anything. It's a very emotional thing. I was getting ready for my, open heart bypass surgery. And I keep telling that it's a very emotional engagement for most people. It's like, delivering a child for a woman. She's never going to forget that date because it's very engaging. But after 1 or 2 years, the woman is going to say, let's have one more child. But no man is going to say, let me have one more bypass surgery. So, that's the difference between the two. So, on 3rd February 2007, Saturday, I was lying on a cold metal table and my entire body was being shaved. And that I understood is a common surgical procedure for a open bypass surgery. And my mind was just telling me, this is exactly the opposite of Tirupati. When you go to Tirupati, you get your head shaved, but you leave your body hair intact. But in a bypass surgery, you get your body hair shaved and your head hair is intact. So anyway, that was what was being done on that day. But going a little bit back into the story, in about 1930, in my village, my grandfather died. My father was about 4 or 5 years of age. My grandfather passed away. Nobody knows. The word myocardial infarction didn't probably exist in the medical dictionary at that point of time. In 1979, my father had a cardiac arrest. In 85, my father had a bypass. They were not doing bypasses in India at that time. We went to London and got it done. And in 1993, my younger brother died. So cardiac disease ran in my family. And my biggest fear was that I should not become this joke, where there's this man sitting in a doctor's checkup room and the patient says, doctor, the problem is cardiac disease runs in my family. And the doctor replies back, says, no, the problem is that nobody runs in your family. Okay. So I wanted to be a runner. I wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be fit. I didn't want cardiac disease to be this. And I ended up running 160 plus half marathons. I run that distance almost once a month. And, I hope that will keep going on. But people ask me, why do you run so much? Was it the necessary? Why should you run? Why should you take up running? Let's go to 7 quick points about why anybody should run. The first run is improve your health. Uh, Several aspects, but let's talk to one aspect. I heard the expression pink of health. The pink of health comes because the cheeks of a fair person turn pink when they run. They blush or they become pink. That pink happens because there's a lot of blood on the face. The lot of blood goes on the face because there's a lot of capillarization of the blood vessels on the face and in the other parts of the body. So what exercise, running, anything that you do does is that it builds the capillary density of your body. There are more capillaries going, taking oxygen, taking nutrition, taking nutrients, bringing out all the bad stuff and throwing it out. Okay. So that is what happens. When I was running in 2007, I got angina pains, and it's very 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 scary. And I was running, and I went and did a checkup, and one thing led to the other. But what had happened, and ultimately at the bypass on 3rd February, because I was running regularly, capillarization they are called collaterals when they happen in the heart. The collaterals had happened. So though there was a 100% block on the LAD which is a blood vessel. Uh, the collaterals kind of gave the blood. It's like, the highway is blocked and you have the service lanes that handle the traffic. So that is what happened. So running actually saved my life because of this aspect of running, medical aspect called capillarization. I like to say that sweat cleans parts of the body that other parts of your soap and water cannot reach those parts. The second reason, if you ask anybody why they want to run, 60 to 70% of the people say they want to lose weight. Almost everybody in the world needs to lose weight unless they are in their teenage years. Exercising regularly helps you burn calories while you are even standing and giving a talk like this. My BMR, base metabolism rate, will be higher than somebody who doesn't exercise. Just because I am a regular exercise, I am a more efficient engine. It improves my energy levels. Morning, night, afternoon, you don't need that caffeine rush. You can sleep better. You hit the bed at 9 o'clock, you just go off to sleep. It fights aging, it improves your aerobic capacity. It is a very strong brain gym. Most of us are sluggish, and this is probably most important for all the corporate executives and entrepreneur class who are part of this audience today, is that we are all decision making factories. We don't do physical work anymore. We have inputs coming to us in the form of presentation, email, WhatsApp message, phone call, whatever. Maybe this video. They have inputs. Your brain processes them, and then there's an output. It's maybe a email back, it may be an Excel sheet, it may be a PPT that you send to somebody. There's an output. All of us are brain workers, and if the brain doesn't work very efficiently, you're not going to be an efficient worker. So capillarization happens in the brains. It improves it removes mental fog. It improves problem solving capabilities. Stress reduction throws out the good endorphins, the dopamine, the oxytocin, the serotonin, and all the stuff. Gives you a sense of achievement. You get up in the morning, you go out for a 2-kilometer walk. It doesn't matter what you desire to do. You do that, you come back, you feel top of the world. That mental frame state carries throughout the day, wherever you go. And you approach every day with a sense of accomplishment. Okay. And lastly, why do I run? I meet very interesting people. All people who run are type A category people who are achievers in their various aspects of life. So you are going out in the morning, you are meeting. The guy who's in the short pant is an admiral. The other guy in the short pant is a president. The third guy in the short pant is an entrepreneur. Everybody is of that category. Everybody is like corner suit executive. They say that running is the new golf. And those are the reasons why I continue to run, and I continue to run. I had my surgery in February 2007. I did a rehab in about 3 months. By about July, I did a trek to Mahuli, which is a mountain not far from Bombay. In October 2007, I ran a 10-kilometer distance, NCPA to Chowpatty and back. And by January 2008, within 11 months of my surgery, I ran the half marathon again. Okay. So obviously, this became a very big news item that somebody is running a half marathon after bypass surgery. The Times of India carried me in their front page. The DNA carried. The Indian Express carried me. All papers carried me in the front page. But when I tell people that they must run, a lot of people tell me they come up with two simple arguments. The first argument is, I don't have time. Who has the time? As if I have the time, as if I've got 25 hours in a day. But what happens is that if you devote 1 hour a day in the morning to any form of exercise, it can be a walk, it can be a run, it can be a swim, it can be a cycle, it can be Zumba, it can be skipping, it can be climbing the staircases in your apartment building, it can be whatever it is. Just 1 hour a day, 6 hours in a week, 1 day rest. It is out of 168 hours, I'm asking for 4% of your time. That for your good health. So I tell people that somebody somewhere more busy than you is going out for a run right now. The second objection that I get, most of the time when I tell people to run, oh, I got this injury, my knee. When I was young, I fell off a bike. I used to play football. I injured my hamstring. So you get all these kind of things. So I give them the example of Major DP Singh. So Major DP Singh is a Kargil war veteran. He has about 29 shrapnel embedded in his body. I've seen the X-rays. Good friend of mine. They decided to leave the sharpener in the body, not take it out and let it be there. And he lost a leg because the grenade exploded hardly a few feet away from him. And he runs half marathons with a prosthetic leg. And if somebody like him, and there are so many like him, can run, then why can't you run? That is my argument. The story spread that I am a runner, I am a heart patient. A lot of heart patients started coming to me. And there was one Dr. Ashish Contractor. He said that, Venkat, you started running. Now take all these people in and start. All of them were above 60. They had never run in their lives. They were businessmen, very successful. So we formed what is known as the Zippers Club. The Zippers Club because, when you have a scar, it looks like a zip. And we are also zipping through life, though we are, senior citizens. We are the world's only training club. I can emphasize the world's only training club consisting of heart patients who run regularly. Okay, we run half marathons. We run about 4 half marathons in a year. And my oldest patient is 82 years of age. He ran a 10K last Sunday. Around 2 years after that, I divested my BPO. I got a buyer who came and made me an offer. And it had about 10 officers, 3,000 team members. And then I decided to promote the rest of my life to promoting running because I wanted to give back to life what it had given to me, which is running, collaterals, and it had saved my life from becoming a this. So I decided to promote You Too Can Run as a mission to promote running in others. So that's my mission. That's what my goal is. And that is what makes me happy. And that is my passion now in life. I acquired a lot of certifications because if I'm doing something, I got to do it right. I'm the country's only US certified level 1, level 2 coach. So I've conducted about 1,800 events, webinars, scientific. We do all that under You Too Can Run. We have prestigious clients. Some of the most leading companies in the country talk to us about organizing marathons, promoting their brands, so many such things. So ultimately, we have become a one-stop shop for everything in running. Now, the question is that what is there in it for me? Okay, there are various ways in which I can help you, we can work together. You want your employees, your organization, your community members to be motivated. I can come and give a talk, which will be different, slightly different from this talk, encourage them to run. I can organize running events for you. I can make your employees take part in my running events. We do what is known as brand servicing, so we can do that. And lastly, of course, our dream this is to do the equivalent in running of an India Premier League. So that is the dream. Running is the world's largest mass participation sport. It is much more popular worldwide than cricket. Okay, so if we can get the right team together, we could do an India running league or an international running league, whatever you want to call it, and get everybody to run, get everybody to be healthy, get everybody to fight lifestyle diseases. So that's the passion, that is the aim, that is what I bring to the table. I want to really thank Mr. Jimmy Mistry for this platform, for this opportunity, for creating something so visionary. Like the Della, club, and I wish that we could take this more forward and work together. Thank you very much.